Hi everybody, it's Jay here. This is the 100 subscribers video special telling you how to make a mashup. I apologize if the commentary sounds a bit hesitant because I did this commentary on the fly and no script. See there, that's what I mean. No script, so if it sounds a little funny, just please excuse it. So yeah, here you go, enjoy. Hey everyone, it's Jay here. This is my 100 subscriber special. I know it's kind of late because I have a little more than 100 now, but at least you guys got it. At least I have it here for you. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna teach you guys how to make a mashup. Now, in general, you're gonna want to start with a simple mashup with you're gonna want similar songs. So what I'm going to do here is I'm taking the two Chica themes from Metroid Prime 2. Just gotta find them first. There we go. Okay, so the larva and adult, we'll import them into Audacity. Now, before you do anything, before you want to edit them, give it a little listen. Depending on person to person, well, okay. What you're aiming for in this little listen is you're gonna find the little details and differences between the two songs, their tempos, etc. The time it takes to find these two differences varies from person to person. If you're not much of a music person, then obviously it's gonna take you longer. But, okay, so clearly these two themes have very different tempos, and so, well, first off, what I always do is, okay, not gonna get there yet. First off, what you want, unless this is a huge mashup, mega mix, then you're gonna want to have their amplification generally the same, because unless you want one theme a little more prominent than the other, you're gonna want to have the same, because it's easier to listen to, and one track doesn't dominate over the other. And so now we get on to tempo. First off, if you're gonna want to edit your tempo, well, at least for me, always delete this little silence in the beginning, because what happens is when you edit the tempo of the silence, unless you want to record, or not record, select everything but the silence is going to be edited as well. So what happens is that the two tracks are going to fall out of sync. And now, so you can hear the difference between the beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very different, but these two are very similar songs. And so, change tempo. Obviously, you want to slow it down, or if you want to speed up the other track. When editing tempo, you're generally going to want to go little by little, unless it's a huge difference. What I mean is that don't go off just changing it by like 50 to begin with. You don't want that. It's going to be a pain. It's going to take a long time on your computer, and it won't help you at all. What I usually do is I try it with a 5 first, if it's a small difference. If it's too much, I undo and go by half, 2.5. And it just continues like that. And then once it gets close, you're going to want to be a little more accurate. Try it by ones, and then hundreds, etc., etc. So I'm going to do 5. Give it a little listen. sounds even worse, but we're obviously getting there. Try it one more time. Okay, you can hear it sounds slightly better. We're getting there. And finally, this is a 20. I think. Sick. I'm just paranoid. Needs that click. Not all. I know I'm rushing here because I know what I'm doing. I've done this track before, but I never really uploaded it because everyone seemed to be doing it. See, okay, so there you can see that they're in sync. Now, if you don't want to listen to the whole song to find out if they're synced, just skip to the end, because if a track is off sync, it's going to slowly slip out of sync, and it's getting more severe as the track goes on. So you're going to skip to the end. So that's more or less in sync. And if you want to make a loopable track, you're going to take the portion of the track that's repeated from the beginning, which is this part. And if you want to be really precise or really accurate, just zoom in. Cut it out and line it up. So what I do when I want to select the same portion of the above track, I do this. I select the bottom track. It's a bit harder with this Audacity beta because look, the selection tool has a white outline, making it a little bit harder for precise selections. It's all good. And then so what I like to do is, you see that arrow? I align the point with it and just do that. I edit, cursor to track end. Alternatively, you can hold shift and click to the very right. Cut it out. And so if you find something's off sync and you just can't get it with a tempo change, then you might want to try. Get rid of that little silence. It might not make a huge difference, but if something's very slightly off sync, very slightly, then you could consider cut editing it, which is you basically take a section of it and cut it out like that. Overall, it might make it sound a little better. It might not be the biggest difference, but it just makes it a little cleaner. Speaking of cut editing, you can hear that a heavier portion of Chica Larva's theme starts with a choir or voices, but a similar version with more instruments doesn't start in the adult theme until right there. And so going more into cut editing, you're going to want to cut at a beat. You don't want to just cut, of course. So like that, cut it. And generally you're going to want to sync things like that, so it'll make it sound just a little better, less messy, and overall makes the thing sound cleaner. My previous take on this was a little better, just saying. Just like, oh, okay, delete that portion. And then, once they're in sync, 255.75. 255.75. Once they're all in sync, you got everything cut. If you're just a total perfectionist, then check the length in seconds and make sure that while it's still in beat that they're the same length. And so basically we're done here. Yeah, consider this kind of double video. 1, how to make a mashup, and 2, my Chica Larva and adult theme mix looped. And so I haven't really gone through most of Audacity's oh, they have a vocal remover. I haven't really gone through a lot of Audacity's nifty little more functions, but because honestly I don't know what most of these do. Amplify, auto duck, bass boost, I have no idea. But unless you're going for something super complicated, then you're probably not gonna use most of these. Yeah, well, phaser and wah-wah, which I use sometimes, they give it kind of like, well, phaser gives it kind of an underwater feeling, but it's like pulsating. Wah-wah, what makes that is the sound will kind of whisper and move left and right, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't really use most of these. Echo, I guess echo, I didn't know how to use this before, but what you want to do is first get silence. We're not sure. Echo can be used as a just a cool fade out. Select it, echo, equalization, echo. What delay time is that it's the delay time between each echo, and the decay factor, not exactly sure, but I think it's how many echoes there are. Generally you're gonna want to play with them, see how they sound, but it's used as a pretty cool fade out, and nothing much more. Yeah, that's basically it. So the recording is done, and I'll give you guys a little listen to this. See you later. So there you guys have it. It's been fun doing this. I apologize if the mashup doesn't sound as good as you'd expect, but usually for me, doing mashups takes around a week, and having like an hour a day. I don't know, but you obviously don't want to watch me trying to perfect this mashup for an hour. So yeah, I had to rush to fit it under the time constraint. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. If you want to download this mashup, it'll be available on MediaFire shortly after I upload this video, and yeah, that's basically it. So keep it up, guys. Comment, like, rate, and subscribe. See you.